Oh, yes. Project Veritas dropped another video today. I suspect this is going to be the second of many drips and floods and waterfalls. Oh, man. So they're all sounding very aggravated at CNN. Very aggravated, very worried. And it's mainly because of Trump. Trump is standing in their way. They're trying to get to us. And Trump he got that pit bull lockjaw, boy. Oh, he got that lockjaw. Done latched onto their asses and his mouth is closed. Oh man, you can't even put you can't even put a steel wedge in between this motherfucker's teeth. Trump is on it. Oh my lord. This is great. I've never seen a president go this freaking hard. But they're all crying and screaming and reeing because of the pre-existing conditions. And as I'm listening to this raw footage, to this raw audio, I'm thinking to myself, because they start talking about Obamacare and how Trump is, or how, Obamacare is garbage, I was so broke for that year that I didn't have to worry about Obamacare, right? I wasn't making barely any money that year. Thanks to Commie Obama and his workplace policies and all that other garbage. So they're all screaming and crying about Obamacare going the way of the dodo bird. And it occurred to me with this COVID thing, because they're all focusing on COVID and Obamacare. And they think that Trump doesn't have a health plan, right? Because they speak derisively of Trump not having a health plan. Trust me, boys, Trump is going to play you fools. Play you. Matter of fact, you played yourself. CNN, Jeff Zuck, you played your goddamn self. Okay? So today they're going to all be focusing on Biden and the COVID thing. Biden's going to be focusing on the COVID thing today. Now, this is nothing that means absolutely anything to me, right? And a lot of other patriots are sick and fucking tired of hearing about this Chinese virus. But I'll tell you, it really occurred to me, because they mentioned the pre-existing conditions and Obamacare and shit. This virus, the coof flu, you have to have a pre-existing condition in order to die from this virus, right? You have to have some kind of heart failure or a heart problem or something like, you have to have a lot of stuff bogging down your immune system. Say like a infection or something, and then the coof comes along and it tips the scales ever so slightly, and you just, your body just can't take anymore. But this pre-existing condition thing, all right, so you have to have a pre-existing condition once COVID comes along, and then, something, fatalities can happen. And they talk about how Obamacare covered pre-existing conditions, but Trump doesn't. Now, my thing is, Trump is going to do whatever the fuck he has to do. Right? He's a G. Trump is a goddamn G. Holy shit. But, give me a second. Let me, Right, so we are puffing on Watson today. See that? Puffing on some Watson. OG. Yes. Oof! The gentleman. So we got, I took my mod, I wrapped it in electrical tape because I'm sick and tired of them all getting scratched up. So this is the brass one right here. And the goat, this thing actually really, it's not fit for battle, but it trims out hella clouds. Like, I'm thinking like I need a really sturdy version of the goat, because the haze, maybe it's the coils I put in it, but the vapor production is kind of lacking compared to the goat. Mind you, it is battle suitable. The haze, it is battle suitable. It is usable as like a ninja tool, but I need the cloud production because that's what makes it really effective. And I need the durability of the haze with the cloud production of the goat. Now, yeah, so the pre-existing conditions and Trump being a motherfucking G. These CNN panelists are really fucking scared of Trump revealing his healthcare plan. And trust me, it will cover pre-existing conditions. It'll cover every goddamn thing that the American people need and want. Okay? So Jeff and this, the shitheads at CNN are crying over that right now because, Trump is standing in the way of them eviscerating us of all our liberties and freedoms and all our American way of life. So they're going to focus on COVID today. Biden's going to focus on coronavirus and all those pre-existing conditions. They're really reeing and screaming and crying about Obamacare. But like I said, with the coof, you have to have a pre-existing condition in order for it to kill you. You have to have a bunch of pre-existing conditions in order for the coof to kill you. So they really focused on this pre-existing condition crap, right? Because it's like a way for them to have something, over Trump, I guess. But they don't realize they don't have anything on Trump. Trump is holding his healthcare plan for the most devastating opportunity. Okay? I have a firm belief that Trump care is one of the Trump cards. Okay? And it's going to make the Democrats absolutely implode. Because I guarantee you, nothing they can do will be even mildly comparable to what DJT has in store for we the people. Okay? And even the Democrats, right? They're on Twitter over there, and they're starting to get pulled down off of Twitter. The same way that they read and screamed and cried about, oh, the right is spreading misinformation and fake news. Well, they're getting pulled off of Twitter now. And the hashtag Stop the Lefty Purge is a thing now, as of yesterday. So they're really they're sounding really aggravated. They're sounding really annoyed. Trump is not going away, and they just want him to go the fuck away. But he's not going anywhere. So the salt will continue to flow, man. We are the harvesters of the salt, and thusly we are the salt of the earth. So I'm gonna put the link to the latest Project Veritas underneath this video. And you can like, share, comment. I encourage you, like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you can, donate, man. Because I feel like donating to like real news channels is the best way to piss these useless CNN fake news junkies off with maximum effect. They don't want us to be rich and prosperous. They don't want us to have a president that fights for us. Right? They don't want America to have a real president, like a real fucking president that will go to bat for his homeland. All right, Trump has been watching New York get destroyed since before he became president, right? He's been watching New York get absolutely run the F over by Democrats. All right, and it got so bad that he decided to run. But now that he's run, he's exposing the swamp. He's been just the fact that Trump is in office, just the fact of who he is, that he is a G, that he is doing. He's not just talking, okay? He's doing. Okay, the firing squad has been activated, right? Excuse me. Sorry. The Kraken is activated. It's out hunting. hungry. Yes. It needs to eat fake news journalists. It needs to eat fraudsters. Right? That's what it feeds on. It feeds on those who lie. Right? The Kraken feeds on those who lie. Right? Like a lion to a gazelle. And that's exactly what we need right now. We need something to feed on these liars' souls and drink from their skulls. Okay? It's been a while since we drank from the skulls of our enemies. Like they've been trying to behead us and use our skulls as like Tibetan drinking cups or something. Yeah. It's like Tibetan ritual drinking cups, right? The left has been trying to behead us and murder us and take us out, fucking axe us, right? And now that somebody is on for revenge, now, it's rules for thee, but not for me, right? No. You've been trying to drink from our skulls, Jeff Zucker. You've been trying to axe us and remove us and just shut us up. And that's, human nature doesn't appreciate tyranny like this. It doesn't appreciate you fake news scumbags trying to put tape over our mouths and shut us up and force your foie gras food down our throat. Your fake news foie gras fattening food down our throat. We don't fucking appreciate it, right? Because you're fucking trying to treat us like foie gras geese so you can harvest our fucking livers for China. How long did you think you would get away with this? Did you really think this would work, Jeff Zucker? Did you really think this would work? Right? They're reeing and screaming and crying because Twitter is not censoring the president. Twitter hasn't removed Trump yet. They're too passive. They need to censor the president. They need to take his Twitter account down. But they also acknowledge, right, that if Twitter takes a more active role in censoring the president, they will be shut the fuck down. Right? This is an act of terrorism. Right? We had enough terrorism already, Jeff Zucker. Jeff Zucker is a fucking terrorist. He's a domestic threat, a terrorist. All right? He's seeking night and day to circumvent the will of the American people, who are the true chief law enforcement officers of this land. All right? See, Trump is not the chief law enforcement officer. No. He answers to us, the masses of this country, the 80% that voted Trump, right? He answers to those of us who regret voting for Joe Biden. Of course, I don't have any regrets because I voted down ballot. Well, I don't know, some of these Republicans, but I have very minimal regrets because I voted down ballot Republican and Trumplican. Okay? On my ballot, it said Republican/Trumplican. Okay? None of those Democrat BSers, right? Even some of these Republicans, let them know on that ballot, right, that while you Republicans might be the lesser of two evils, I'm a Trumplican at heart. Because first of all, Trump listened to vapors, right? Trump sat back. He expressed that, smoking, he doesn't like it. He likes vaping as an alternative to smoking, but we can't have our youths so affected, right? But the fake news, pushing the Valley and everything, every time something comes out that is revolutionary, that helps the people, the Democrats fight it with everything they have. The same way that we fight for our freedoms and our liberties, these Democrats fight to take them away from us. The ability to enjoy ourselves at our own free will, at our own leisure, as Americans on this country, on this soil, behind these borders, behind the great American wall. All right? They seek to tear down the wall, tear down our freedoms, burn the Constitution, drag Trump from the White House. This is what the Democrats want. They want Trump to not exist. But guess what? He does exist. And I love how much of a thorn in his side. I love how much of a thorn in the side of the fake news and the enemies of humanity that Trump has turned himself into. He's become the thing that they hate more than they hate us. Matter of fact, they hate him just as much as they hate us, Americans, average people who seek the end at last of corruption. First in our country, you know what? Whatever America does, the world tends to follow. So once we kill the corruption in this country, we're going to see all the dominoes tumbling down. You pick up that one last domino, the linchpin of everything. Right? So it's happening. It's happening. Every day, Project Veritas lets another video out of Jeff Zucker and the heathens, the filthy heathens at CNN, right? Plotting daily to overthrow America. You see it every day. All right? But personally, I've seen enough. I've seen far more than enough. The Democrats need to go. They are the double standard. The rules for thee, but not for me. The mass. Every time I hear a story about COVID, I want to punch whoever is talking it in the face. They need a mask shaped like a fist. Not on their face, but in their face. Okay? Because they've been calling us Nazis. They've been calling us all these dirty fucking names, right? Throwing tantrums like stupid little children trying to get their way. Young, dumb fucking college kids. Stupid fucking college kids being led around by the nose by liberal fucking professors, right? Liberal fucking professors. They've been raised like a cash crop. These liberal professors made you pay to go to school, and they raised you like a fucking cash crop, right? They took all the fake news, forced it down your throat, and you thought it was okay because, hey, you're liberally educated. You might be a good person, you might have these good intentions, whatever. Let me tell you something. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. And the shit that you're doing in this country, liberals, it's just making average Americans feel persecuted. It's just making average Americans hate you. Okay? Every time you hear the story about a COVID virus, whatever, every time you hear the story about COVID, it makes me hate the left more. I didn't think my hate of the enemies of America could possibly increase. But oh my God, when I hear these people with their wanton vitriol and their love of this COVID story, something is killing mass amounts of people and they're covering it up with COVID, right? They're fucking covering it up with fucking COVID, and it's fucking disgusting. Where is the true cause of all of these people dropping dead, filling up hallways in body bags? Where's the real reason? Iran is killing people because they're not Muslim, rounding them up because they're rebelling against Khomeini. Khomeini is apparently he's on his deathbed. He's giving the reins to his child. But it's fucking crazy. Anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm running low on hard drive space here, so I'm gonna have to do some IT work with this phone. Like, share, comment, subscribe, donate to the channel if you can, and I'll see you in my next upload. Shout out James Munder, Said the Surfing, all my patriots. These commies were always coming for us. This was never something we could avoid. As long as we love our country, these disgusting commies will keep crying and screaming about Obamacare about useless Obamacare, All right? They'll keep screaming and crying about how wonderful it is. It's not wonderful. Anyway, I'm just going to keep going until this thing stops. But like, share, comment, subscribe. YouTube is screwing with my subscriber count. I had 107. I have 104. My subscriber count was growing. Now, for some reason, it's shrinking. YouTube is playing with my numbers. So share this video. Share it around. Make it viral. We are the news now. Okay? As much as CNN hates us, the simple fact that they hate us makes us the news now. Because we speak the truth. And they don't. They're so wrapped up in their own lies. They actually believe the tripe that they say. Anyway. Take all my previous, things. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And share this, everywhere. So that people can see, what real Americans think. What people who are born in this country, raised in this country, and love this country think about what's going on everywhere. So cheers. Much love.